Dragonite goes on an absolute rampage in today's battle. Will it be enough to win though? How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're having a battle versus Cafcafoon in the OU tier from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There is a link in the description down below. I've also noticed that only 36% of people watching this video are actually subscribed, so just double check you subscribe because YouTube likes to unsubscribe people. And if you're not in the first place, why not? It's free, it helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Okay, Cafcafoon has brought a very menacing looking team. They got a Hydreigon, a Sylveon, Corviknight, Iron Moth, Dragonite, and a Baxcalibur. So a lot of potential setup opportunities for them. They've got obviously the Calm Minding Sylveon potentially, the Agility Iron Moth potentially, or just booster energy in general. Dragonite with his Dragonance, Baxcalibur with his Dragonance and Swords Dance. A lot of threats I got to watch out for. Now, I think they're going to lead off with something to counteract my team, which would have to be probably the Iron Moth, if I had to guess. But I feel like they're going to be Choice Scarf, Hydreigon, and lead off with that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to lead off with Landorus. Landorus can take any hit, anything that wants to throw at it, except from the Baxcalibur. So we go for the Landorus lead. We potentially maybe get Stealth Rocks up. That'd be nice. Or we'll go for a U-turn. And the battle begins. So Cafcafoon's going to lead off with Dreadhead, the Hydreigon, as I expected. We lead off with the Landorus, which is a fair matchup. We can definitely take a U-turn from this thing. Well, a Draco Meteor, sorry, from this thing. So I'm going to go straight for the U-turn right now. Get a nice pivot into whatever they want to go. Hydreigon gets Stealth Rock? Since when? Since when? That's crazy. I didn't know he got Stealth Rocks. That's awesome. So we go U-turn off, which is going to do some considerable damage. We now get a free switch into whatever we want to attack with whatever we want. So I'm going to go into Cinderace. Cinderace is unfortunately going to take some Stealth Rock damage, but it is what it is. And what we can do is, if we can get Stealth Rocks up of our own, we can potentially bait out the Corviknight to go for a Defog. So I'm going to go for another U-turn right now, expecting them to switch out. And if they don't switch out, they lose the Hydreigon. So let's go ahead and do that. They do withdraw the Hydreigon. What are they going to go into? Sylveon, I would guess. Dragonite is also a good option. It resists both our U-turn and Pyro Ball. We go for the U-turn, which is great. We're going to get a Libero boost. Boosting it. Libero is basically an ability that changes your type to the moves type that you're about to use. So it gives you stab, which is really cool. So we break the multi-scale on the Dragonite, which is nice. We now get the opportunity to go into Walking Wake, or Espeon with a Dazzling Gleam. I'm thinking Walking Wake is probably better. So I am going to do that with a Walking Wake, and then we can just drop a Draco, or we can react to the potential Sylveon switch in and go for a Hydro Steam. So what I'm going to do is, Cafcafoon's an interesting player. He plays really well. He makes the right plays usually. So I think Sylveon is his best play right now. So I want to go for the Hydro Steam or Predict. So what I'm going to do is, instead, I'm going to go for the Scizor switch. I'm going to go for the Scizor switch for a reason, because I'm expecting the Sylveon to come in. So let's go for the Scizor switch. We do withdraw Leviathan. We do lose the booster energy prematurely, but looking at the team, Walking Wake outspeeds the whole team anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. So we'll bring in Scizor real quick, expecting the Sylveon switch. Let's see how this works out for them. They do withdraw the Dragonite. Are they going to go into the Sylveon, or are they going to go Corviknight? Corviknight will be fine. Ribbon Kitten's going to come in. The Sylveon. Now, I don't believe they'll Tera Fire with Sylveon. I think they're more likely to switch out. So I'm going to go for the Defog right now and get rid of the old Stealth Rocks. Let's see what they do. They're going to go into Lovey Dovey, which is going to be the Corviknight. So Corviknight comes in. It obviously resists both my stabs, and it's physically defensive AF. So we go for a Defog, which is going to get rid of the Stealth Rocks, which is great. We should be slower than Corviknight. We are specially defensive. We should be slower than Corviknight. So I'm going to go for that U-turn real quick, just to, you know, get a slow pivot on whatever they want to do. So they go for a Body Press. This is great for us. This is really good for us because the Dragonite's multi-scale is broken. We are getting hit by Rocky Helmet there, which is unfortunate. But now we get a free switch in with Cinderace. And what happens when Cinderace comes in on a free switch? That's the real question. Well, Pyro Ball is what happens. So we'll go for the Cinderace switch. Pyro Ball will do a lot of damage to the Dragonite. If the Dragonite comes in, I think they go for a... I have a feeling they're going to stay in now, expecting the U-turn. I think the U-turn's really obvious. Let's go for the Pyro Ball and see if we can get the KO. So they don't. They withdraw the Corviknight, which is fair enough. And they go into the Dragonite. So Dragonite, let's see how well we take a Pyro Ball right now. So Dragonite comes in. It's going to take the Pyro Ball like an absolute unit. And which is fair enough. So I think they're going to go for a Dragon Dance to get the momentum going on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Landorus. Landorus can get off an Intimidate, which is going to be great. Gets off the Intimidate, which negates the Dragon Dance other than the speed. So we'll go Landorus real quick. We'll get that Intimidate off. There we go. And they go for an Extreme Speed, which is fair enough. That's going to get hurt by Rocky Helmet now, which is great. So the Dragonite being whittled down is amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on my Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks are really important. They go for a Roost, which is interesting. So Roost comes through. Roost is fair enough. We go for a Stealth Rocks. There we go. Get the Stealth Rocks up on our side and their side of the field. I don't know what this Dragonite can do to me other than Ice Spinner. So I'm going to go for a U-turn right now. I'm fully expecting... Yeah, they Roost. So we still break the multi-scale by going for the U-turn. So we go for a U-turn real quick. We break the multi-scale. The Dragonite sat there with -1 attack. We can easily go into Walking Weight right now and finish it off. Or we can go into Espeon, or we can go into our... we could Spore something here. I think I will Spore something. So I'm going to go into a Moongus. And I'm going to waggle my Mushroom at him. And put something to sleep. So let's go for the Spore real quick. If they set up Dragon Dance here, I don't know why. I think they're going to choose something to sack off to sleep right now, I think. So they do withdraw Dragonite. What are they going to put to sleep though? That's the real question. Excalibur? Lovey-dovey the Corviknight. So Corviknight comes in. Corviknight comes in and gets some Stealth Rock damage. Putting this thing to sleep is actually really good, because it means they can't defog away our Stealth Rock. So we'll go for a Spore real quick. There we go. Spore comes through, puts the Corviknight to sleep, which is great. And now we switch out into our Cinderace once again. This time we're going to go for... Do we do that? Do we do that? Do we do that? That's the real question. What do I need to Tera here to win? I'm thinking Tera Electric Walking Wake is going to be good. Going to go for the Walking Wake. So they do withdraw the Corviknight. What are they going to go into though? That's the real question. They're going to go into Dreadhead the Hydreigon. So Dreadhead the Hydreigon comes in. We're going to get some chip damage with the Stealth Rocks. We do withdraw ourselves, and we're going to go into our Leviathan over here. So we'll go into Leviathan. There we go. And the reason I'm going to Leviathan right now is purely for the fact we can fire off a Draco Meteor. And if they're going to Sylveon, it's a risk. It's a real risk. I think they stay in here though, expecting us to expect the Sylveon. So I think the right play is to go for Draco Meteor right now. So I'm going to go for the Draco Meteor right now. They outspeed us. Are they Choice Scarf Stealth Rock? Choice Scarf Stealth Rocks. That's just thrown me off. I really... Wow. Okay. Okay. We've got to compose ourselves right now. I think Espeon's a good play. I think Scizor's a better play. So I'm going to go Scizor real quick. So we'll go into Scizor. There we go. Scizor can come through. They are Choice Scarf with Stealth Rocks. Really interesting. So it threw me right off. I really thought Walking Wake had that. I really thought it had it. So we're going to go for a U-turn. They do withdraw. Are they going to go Corviknight? That makes sense if they do go Corviknight or the Dragonite. Lovey-dovey, the Corviknight's going to come in. We have got the Punching Glove. I don't know whether Punching Glove affects U-turn. I know it doesn't affect the power, but I don't know whether it makes it so that you don't make contact to the Rocky Helmet and stuff like that. So we'll go for a U-turn. Does nothing to the Corviknight, obviously. Rocky Helmet's there, so it's only for punching moves that you get no contact. So let's withdraw for now. And we'll go into something that can take this thing on. So I'm thinking... I know, steady on. I'm thinking... Cinderace is the only thing we've got. So we'll go into Cinderace. We'll go into Cinderace. We'll go for that nice and powerful Pyro Ball right now. We could Tera Fire. Really want that extra power for the Dragonite. I might actually do that. That's a good idea. Let's go for the Pyro Ball real quick. So they do withdraw. And if they go into Dragonite here, we should 2-hit KO with Tera Fire. So they're going to go Dragonite real quick. There we go. Dragonite comes through. It's not going to take any Stealth Rock damage. It's Heavy Duty Boots, of course. There we go. So Pyro Ball did a lot of damage there. I don't think Tera Fire actually KOs here. So I'm more inclined to do something else here. I think what I'm going to do is go Espeon. I think they go for a Roost here. Go Because they know we're going to switch. We're probably going to switch into Amoonguss, right? No. Dragon Dance. Ah. Now that is a problem. So Dragon Dance, Roost, probably Earthquake, and Extreme Speed. Do we Trick? I think they go for a Roost here, so I think we Trick. They go for a Roost, right? They withdrew! They withdrew? After Dragon Dance in front of an Espeon? Ribbon Kitten comes in, so we're going to give Sylveon the Choice Scarf, which is great. So we go for the Trick, there we go. Choice Specs, sorry, we're going to give it Choice Specs. So let's see what item the Sylveon actually had. So we're going to get, they're going to get the Choice Specs. We're going to get Heavy Duty Boots. Fair enough. What we're going to do now is we're going to go for a Psychic just to get some chip damage off on this thing because I'm hoping it was a support set. So the fact that it's no longer able to do its supporty stuff, I think that's going to be beneficial to us. So I'm going to go for the Psychic real quick. They still have all 6 of their mons. They could easily go into Hydreigon right now. So we go for a Psychic. There we go. Best move I've got to hit this thing. They go for a Hyper Voice boosted by Choice Specs. There's a lot of damage. I'm not sure what to do here. I think the best thing we can do is get rid of that Choice Specs. Now, I think the best thing I can do is Dazzling Gleam just in case they go Hydreigon. They might do that just... I'll go for Dazzling Gleam just in case they go Hydreigon. They don't go Hydreigon, so we get a bit of chip damage with a Dazzling Gleam, which is fine. They go for a Hyper Voice, and there we go. So there we go. That's fine. The Dragonite is in the back with low health. I think Cinderace's time to shine is now. So we'll go into Cinderace. And we'll go straight for the Pyro Ball again. This time they stay in. They're going to try and take it. They can't take it. Down goes the Sylveon. So we finally claimed one of their Pokemon. This battle's awesome. I'm really having fun with this one. Cinderace is awesome as well. Look at that animation. That's awesome. In comes Gothmoth, which is going to be the Iron Moth, of course. Iron Moth has very good sweeping potential. So we don't know what set it is. It could be Specs. I think my best bet here is to sack off Scizor. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's see how this plays out for us. So they might go for the Agility. If they do, there's not much I can do about that. It means I can Bullet Punch the next turn. Some extra chip damage. They go for a Sludge Wave. Interesting. So that's perfect. We managed to get the switch right there. So what I'm going to do now is I could Terra Fire, but there's no point. I'm going to go straight for a Bullet Punch just to get some chip damage off on the Iron Moth. Decent bit of chip damage, to be fair, as it was a critical hit, which is nice. They go for a Flamethrower. That's definitely going to KO Scizor. Unfortunately, it's going to roast it like a marshmallow. So Scizor goes down. Scizor goes down. And now I'm wondering what to do next. I'm thinking Landorus. So we'll go Great Stripe real quick. We'll go into Great Stripe real quick. So what we'll do is we'll get the Intimidate off. We'll go for a Earthquake. If they go into Corviknight, we go for a Taunt and then a U-turn. Let's go for an Earthquake real quick. I think they try and take us out with Flamethrower here. They go for a Flamethrower. They try and take us out with Flamethrower. Let's see if we can live. We do live. No burn. Earthquake comes through. That's going to take out the Iron Moth. There we go. We've got some momentum going now. So now that the Iron Moth's out of the way, we're actually in a very good position. Now, Hydreigon can come in right now and it can just U-turn on us. Draco Meteor, sorry. It's probably not got U-turn. Yeah, there we go. There's the Hydreigon. It's coming in to ruin our day. Get some Stealth Rock damage though, which is nice. And now, Landorus, unfortunately, you're going to have to go down because I feel like I need a Amoonguss in case the Excalibur or the Dragonite get up a Dragon Dance again. Landorus could be useful though. Tough decision that is. I don't think Amoonguss can take 2, so I could... No, I can't Terra Ghost. I could go for the U-turn. I'm going to go for the U-turn. They go for a Stealth Rock again? They get them rocks up, which is fair enough. That's going to lead to your Hydreigon's demise though, as the Hydreigon does go down. There we go, to the U-turn, which is great. So Hydreigon's gone down. Landorus gets a KO with a Hydreigon. There we go. They've got Corviknight, they've got Dragonite, and they've got the Excalibur left. What do we do here? What do we do here? So I'm thinking Cinderace is the right play. I'm also thinking Amoonguss is the right play. Because the thing about Amoonguss is, it can clear Smog away the Dragonite's Dragon Dancers. So we'll do that. We'll go into Amoonguss. Pointed Stones are going to dig in, which is unfortunate. This also means that the Cinderace is not going to be able to... Well, Cinderace gets KO'd by Extreme Speed from Dragonite now. That's the problem. There is still, I mean, they've got Dragonite and Black Scalper left. They could easily pull this back. So Dragonite comes in. We are going to go for a foul play right now. They go for a Roost, which is fair enough. I'm going to go for the foul play. It should still do some decent damage because Dragonite has sky high attack. So we'll go for a foul play. Bit of chip damage. Not too bad, to be fair. So I can't put it to sleep because we're playing by Smogon rules. So Corviknight's already asleep. So we basically have to do whatever we can here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into our Great Tusk, Great Stripes, the Landorus, Great Tusk. We're going to get a nice and powerful Intimidate off, which is great. And then we'll taunt this thing to stop it from roosting and U-turning. So what we'll do is now get the Intimidate off, like I said. That's one. You go for a Dragonance, which is scary. Very scary. But it only boosts its speed now. It's back to neutral attack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to taunt to stop it from U-turning and stuff, from roosting and stuff. So it goes for another Dragonance. Now it's getting scary. Now it's getting scary. So what we can do is we can go for a taunt real quick. That's what I'm thinking. Taunt real quick. There we go. And I'm thinking Amoonguss needs to take care of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a U-turn now, just in case we live. We don't live though, I don't think. No, we don't. Great Stripe goes down. But we do get the Rocky Helmet chip, which is nice. So what we can do now is we can go into Amoonguss. This thing's at +1 attack. We can go for a foul play. Or we can remove it with Clear Smog. I think what I want to do is use its attack against it. So I'm going to go for the foul play option. There we go. We're going to go into our Amoonguss. We are going to go for a foul play. No real reason not to. They go for an Outrage. Can we live? I think we can live one. We can live one, which is great. So we go for a foul play now. Does a lot of damage. Not quite enough to get the KO, unfortunately. But I believe with this in mind, Cinderace can do some work here. So let's go for a foul play again, just in case we live. We don't live though. We definitely don't live. I don't know why I even said that. Dragonite goes on an absolute rampage right now. So Dragonite is the MVP of the is the thumbnail Pokemon because it's going for a rampage. However, this is where the tables turn because now they're confused. Cinderace could still pull this back. Cinderace could still pull this back. They're going to go for an extreme speed. They're not going to break through confusion, hopefully. It all comes down to this. Let's go for the Pyro Ball and find out. So they're going to go, come on, fingers crossed, come on. Come on, fingers crossed. Outrage. No, that's it. I would have gone for the Sucker Punch, but they were probably going to go for the extreme speed because the extreme speed KOs. So, and extreme speed out prioritizes Sucker Punch. So my only hope was if they didn't break through confusion. So that's unfortunate. But GG Cafcafoon, that was a really fun game. It came really close. Dragonite is such a powerful menace. Excalibur didn't even hit the floor. It didn't even get to make. It didn't have any time to shine at all. But anyway, GG Cafcafoon, I really enjoyed that one. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.